Hey, it's BT from Tales from a Gemini. This week's guest is comic Mike Eshaq. He calls himself Public Enemy because he's from Yemen. He's a Muslim, but he eats bacon. He was in the Marines. I'm telling you, this episode is straight fire. It starts off crazy, but it's a good, fun, crazy. I guarantee you, you will love this episode. We had fun. We talked religion. We talked his family, why he got in the Marines. I'm telling you, you're going to love this episode. Mike Eshaq. Enjoy it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey, welcome to Tales from a Gemini, man. Let's just get right to it. My guest is late. He's late. You know why he's late? This is a sign of our weak-ass society. The reason we're late is because he said, and I quote, I had gluten last night. That's why, bro. I had gluten last night. Not the fact he has, not the fact he's hungover. He had gluten. Who says that shit? You know what? The Russians should just skip the Ukraine and just come over here and invade us. We had gluten.
Oh, I agree with that. Yeah,
we
agree with that. But fuck gluten, though.
You had that's why he's late for this podcast, because he had gluten last night. We're the weakest we've ever been as a society.
Yeah,
we had gluten. That's why you look like shit. Because you had gluten.
Yeah, I do look like shit, but I still look good, though.
Okay, yeah, whatever, Ladies and gentlemen, my guest, I didn't even introduce you. My guest today he's an actor, he's a comedian. I worked with him before. Matter of fact, he's at the place now where I worked with him before I met him. Funny guy, #1 on the TSA no-fly list. He's also a veteran. He's a Marine. He's from Detroit. Mike Eshaq, my buddy Mike.
Yeah, bro, I'm the most confusing motherfucker there is, bro. I'm Arab, I'm Muslim, I'm also a Marine, so I want to kill myself, and then I eat bacon. It's like, what? You want to hate me, but you can't. You're like, man, I hate this Arab, but he kills Arabs. All right.
You're what we call a sellout. What we call a fucking sellout. You're a Muslim.
I know it's not a sellout. That's an American, bro. I'm American.
Okay, man, whatever, man. When it all breaks down, and before you can say that trust me, you've been in the military with fucking country boys before. They look at you as an Arab first, and then, oh yeah, you're an American.
For the most part, once they get to know me, you know what I'm saying. That's one thing I love about the military.
But when it all breaks down, they're not gonna want to get to know you. Because the story
they do.
The story you told on stage was one of the greatest stories. It's funny.
The KKK guy.
Oh man, hey, you know what?
Love that one.
Please tell that story for the people, because honestly, that's what made me go. I said, you know what? Eventually I'm gonna get this guy on my podcast, because that story is golden. When you get a comedy special, and you will, because that's how funny you are, you got to tell that story. So please tell that story to the people. The real story.
There's a version.
The real story.
There's the version of it that I do on stage, and then there's the real one.
Yeah, give me the real one, bro. Give me the real, because we keep it real.
The real one's a little. I keep the realness out of the actual set, because I think it kind of makes the audience go, oh, you feel bad. But when I was at boot camp, all of our names were alphabetical. That's how they lined us up in the barracks. Mm. So, my last name, I spell it for the screen with an E, but it's really spelled with an I. And next to me, the bunk next to me was a guy named Hatfield. And Hatfield was in the KKK. His whole family was in the KKK. His entire neighborhood, the town that he was in, was in the KKK. This guy had KKK branded on his arm like he was cattle. It was burnt into his arm. It said KKK. This guy had an underbite. He had fucked up teeth. He had a fucked up accent. He'd wake up half hour early every fucking morning just so he could wake up and stare at me till I wake up. And then when I wake up, he look at me because I can't wait to go to war, motherfucker. You the first motherfucker I kill.
So you're saying he was a cop?
He was destined to be a cop, right? That motherfucker, destined to be a cop. Instead, he became a Marine. He became a super cop. So, this guy really, really hated me, man. But it was crazy because, after 3 months of the Marine Corps and boot camp breaking him down, and then seeing everybody come in together as one cohesive unit, everybody kind of grew on him, and then we graduated, and this guy was crying, and he was so happy. And then we got sent off to Marine combat training. And after the Marine combat training graduation, I noticed he wasn't at the graduation. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then when we lined up on the buses to finally leave the school to be Marines for real, we were all in our dress uniforms, and I'm looking around and I don't see him. And we're about to get on the bus, and I look up and there's a guard tower, and he was on duty at the guard tower in his camouflage uniform. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing up there? Yeah. So I ran up there and we had a talk, and dude, this guy was crying. And I was like, what's going on, man? And he's like, man, my whole family's in the KKK. He's like, I tried to get away from them. He goes, my whole family's fucked up. They're all strung out on heroin. And, you know, I just joined the Marine Corps so I can get away from that shit. And they fucking caught me with heroin, popped. He goes, they're kicking me out of the Marine Corps, man. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? I just never saw someone so sad, dude. Yeah. Like, you could tell he was really trying to escape that.
Yeah.
Like, deep down in his soul was trying to escape that. And now the Marine Corps was sending him back to that, and he was terrified of going. And I remember he told me, he put his hand on my shoulder, and he's like, man, Eshaq, you the coolest motherfucker I know, man. He goes, I swear to God, I'm going to go back home and I'm going to tell everyone I know I met the coolest Arab. And I was like, don't do that. We're cool, bro.
That's my favorite fucking story.
We're cool.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. I like you a lot, bro. Just don't do that. Just go home, act racist, have everyone like you, okay, bro? Deep down, I know you love Arabs, okay? We're good.
I just love, I mean, you have to see the story on stage. We go, no, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. That's got to be one of the funniest stories. And also, it's also a story of redemption in a way, in that all that hate was broken down because you were bonded by a single element. We had to be a cohesive group, and he saw that people are just people. I mean, if you look beneath it, and that's what the beauty of that story is. It's hilarious, but it's also the beauty.
I leave out the part that he gets kicked out. I leave that whole part out.
Well, it's good though, because it makes people go, oh, you know, like he is a fuck up. But also that, I mean, they're all fuck up. I mean, in the sense of like, okay, they're in a group like, oh, they're a hate group, but they're also addicted to, you know, to meth or whatever. So they're also a bunch of fuck ups, basically. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but the fact he wanted to escape, I mean, you do the joke, it's so beautiful because it is layered with a lot. But the way you deliver it on stage, it's so just when you get your comedy special, you have to do that, because that to me, you know, everybody has that defining joke. You know, like I think, you know, Kevin Hart had a defining joke. Eddie Murphy with the, you know, the ice cream and this and that. But that's to me, that's your defining.
Really, that's the one. Oh wow! Because you know what, BT, you're the one that makes me want to keep doing that. Because a lot of the times I leave that part out of the overall joke. Because the overall joke about me joining the Marines, discovering bacon, seeing the light, and all that shit. You know, that Hatfield story is kind of mixed into that whole thing. But I never go deep into it on stage with him getting kicked out, because I'm afraid that's going to be too hard to like.
No, I know, I get that part, but
I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I mean, man, that's up to you. If I were you, I'd go on an open mic and just work that part out. You know, go to an open mic and work that part out, because open mic is what open mics are for. Is to go there, work shit out, because you already know what works in the joke, but get to that part and make it funny. You know, maybe you have to talk it out. You know, like I saw a picture with you and Chris Rock, and that's what he does sometimes. He'll literally take a book on stage and just read the joke out, and that's how you know a joke is good. If you just read it and it's funny. So if I were you, I'd go through that part and go, you know, you're the coolest Arab man, and the fact he had KKK tattooed. I mean, your brand. I know, bro. That's worse than a neck tattoo. You know what I mean?
I know, man.
So, and the fact that you brought that motherfucker down, and he goes, man, you're the coolest. It just showed how people can really actually change if they're around people and they see what really people are.
It also points out how important redemption is, and that's something that we fucking lost today. Today, it's like we don't give people a chance to redeem themselves, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I never seen society in the way it is now. It's almost like they're acting like everybody has to be a Jesus, like everybody has to be perfect. And if you go back and somebody's like 10 years from now, he said this. Yeah, that was 10 years ago. I'm not the same person. And you know, it's like if you're 20 and they go, look what you did when you were 10 years old. Really? I was fucking 10 years old. I was a fifth grader.
Exactly.
I mean, you know what I mean? You're about to start drinking,
Exactly.
but then you're gonna be denied that fact because at 10 in fifth grade, you fucking hit a girl in the arm because you like
exactly.
That's what our society's like. It's so we're almost getting
it's
worse
weird
in a way. Yeah.
It's getting worse. Like you would think that technology would have got to a point where one, it would enlighten us, and two, we would be doing less work. But no, it went the opposite. Now it's making us latch on to our past mistakes more than ever. And on top of it, now we're doing more than ever. Like you would think the robots would have took over by now so I could just sit down.
But in a way, they have, because I think the truth is starting to be revealed and people are starting to chip away at the truth. And that's why they have to send in these elements of disinformation to have you look in this way. Because the truth is slowly starting to be revealed with the technology. With technology now, I remember back in the day, you could just tell somebody something, go, okay, yeah, that was the truth. Yeah. And we did kind of go, but we took it as, okay, that's the truth or whatever. Or if you didn't believe them, you had to really like dig to find the truth. You had to go to the library. You had to like maybe talk to like the storytellers. They go, here's the real truth. I mean, everybody's talking about CRT, critical race theory, whatever. But growing up, my dad told me the truth about what happened, and I don't know how he knew it because he didn't have Google. He had nothing.
Yeah.
But he told me shit that was the truth. And now I'm going, Daddy was right, but Daddy didn't have a computer. How did he know that shit?
Or something he was wrong. Sometimes definitely wrong.
My dad.
That's another thing that you start finding out with the internet. Where you're just like everything you thought was the way it was. Then you look deeper and you're like, oh no, that's not the way it was. Like I think people easily. We think that things are the truth, and then we keep finding out later on, if you dig deeper, it's not. Like I remember growing up in Islam, the women would have to pray in the back. And as a kid, I didn't like me and my sister and my mom going in the back when we went to the mosque. And I remember I asked my dad, I'm like, why do the women go to the back? And my dad, to give me a lesson about how we should protect our women, he said that's because the men put themselves in front of the women so that we protect them. And then basically it's like, it's a symbolism of we put ourselves in front of the women to protect them, so on and so forth. So the idea is kind of good. The idea is, hey, are you going to protect your sister? Yes, I'm going to protect my sister. Will you protect your mother? Yes, I will protect my mother. But in it comes a thing where it's like, hey, we're men, we're better than women. And then later on, the internet comes out and I do some research about that one thing. Why do women pray in the back? And then you find out that the Prophet Muhammad actually had a very more logical reason. It had nothing to do with men are better than women. And that was in Islam, we have to bend over when we pray multiple times. We bend over, your ass is up in the air. What woman's going to feel comfortable bending over in front of a man?
Oh man, I never heard of that. That's awesome, dude. I mean, seriously.
Simple.
Yeah.
Simple.
I love that.
Simple. But then throughout the millennia, men were just like, we're better than women. That's why. And that's exactly what it is. So it's like, to me, it's like a lot of the internet has enlightened us to this whole all this stuff that I thought was true is not true. And then stuff that comes out today, you dig deeper, you realize, even that wasn't true. So
man, you should put that on stage, man. You could be a better vessel for Islam than anybody out there. That means,
did you like that story? Was that interesting?
That's a great story, but I mean, just break it down to, you get to the funny quicker. But yeah, you know.
For sure.
But that's great though, man, because you could be a vessel for Islam. I mean, a more positive one. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I mean, because growing up, even to this day, we were taught to, but they kind of made it to that were the enemy, even though it was the extremists, which within every religion there's the extremists, but we always made Islam like they were the bad guys when they're really not. But what we kind of did, like we pointed the finger, and you look at, it's domestic terrorists, the ones over here. The domestic terrorists are the biggest threat to American democracy of anybody. But
our politicians.
Politicians are the worst pieces of
shit. Look, our politicians are fucking gangsters.
Politicians are the worst pieces of shit. I mean,
man.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's horrible. I mean, all of them. All of them are. I mean, there's no shining star in politics. I mean, think about it.
Simple divide and conquer, bro. It's just a simple divide and conquer. So divide and conquer. That's what it's all about.
Now, you were born into Islam, right?
Yeah, I mean, my whole family's very Muslim. I don't really believe in it anymore. You know, I did a lot of mushrooms, so I kind of thought myself out of it. I met God for real, and she's a hot bunch of geometric patterns, and and I feel safer under.
Hey, fuck what I just said about you being a great vestal for Islam. Now you went right back to square one.
Hey, listen, man. If anything, I believe, as much as I don't practice Islam and I don't literally believe in it, and you know, religion to me is kind of just it's such a mess in general. It's just human beings running amok trying to figure out God is how I look at religion.
It's
you
mind
know,
control.
and it kind of is. But at the same time, there are some really good teachings in there, and you know, I think that all these religions are humans' attempt to be more moral and just. And then throughout time, people end up taking those systems and using it to their advantage. And that happens all the time.
At the core of all religions, at the core of life, is faith. Now, faith, no matter what religion, faith is one of the greatest things you can have. Because without, I think it was Don Dawkins who said, I'd rather live with faith and die without hope. I mean, Don Dawkins was a prophet. That's 80s.
Amen.
But anyway.
That's a great,
well,
that's great. That's a great line, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, because in my dreams, it's still the same. Your love is strong and still remains, but that's 80s metal. But either way, it's all about faith and hope. Now, that's the basis. And if you can go from there, it's great. But after that, then it gets into this and that, and you can't do this, you can't do that. I remember watching the Louis C.K. thing, and he said something that just resonated with me. He was talking about the 10 Commandments, and he goes, and he just, as a throwaway line, he goes, by the way, rape isn't in there, by the way. And he just, as a throwaway line, I go, oh my God, that's true. Rape isn't in there, you know? But say the guy's name with a little little stank on it, then you're going to hell, really? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that's what it's like. And it's like sometimes I think religion is it's almost the curse, because we've been taught, now me and Vince talked about this last night, you know, you're brought up and you're taught like this, you know, you believe in God and this and that and blah, blah. But if you step away from it and then start questioning it, you go, man, I don't know. It's kind of mind controlish in a way. And if you just look at it with faith and throw things out to the universe without putting oh God, this and that. Hey, man, it's almost still the same, almost. If you throw it out to the universe and say it without saying, oh, God, could you just throw it out there, it comes back to you. Not maybe at the time you want it to, but eventually it does. It gets back to you. There's things in my life that have happened where I threw it out to the universe and it eventually comes back and I'll go, wow.
Yeah, that has happened. But at the same time, it's also soothing. It's soothing to like have, even though I was raised in a religion, I have faith. I like to think critically about it. And a lot of times, I can critically think myself out of it, right? You can like critically think yourself out of faith and be like, oh, I'm just fooling myself. Yeah. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's something about prayer. There's something about putting good intentions out there. There's something about having that energy when you see a friend of yours going through something bad and putting that intention out there that things are better for them or other people. There's something about that energy that not only may or may not have a direct effect outwardly, but has a huge effect inwardly in terms of how it makes you feel. And I think that's very important. I think a lot of people need that.
Because if everyone has a positive vibe, it raises vibrations, and you can feel that vibration. So yeah, you throw it out there, even though you might say it in prayer, you might say a good thing like this lady walking down the street. I'm like, man, I wish the best for her today. I hope she has a great day. Right?
Yes.
And so you feel good.
How good does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good. And then if she does that, and honestly, and it sounds weird, but if I see her smile or wave, then it makes me feel good because I know that's a positive way. So it's about positivity and positivity.
That's comedy, baby.
It raises your vibration. And that's what
that's comedy, baby.
Yeah, and that's what it is, man.
That's comedy, baby.
When you leave a comedy show, people should go, "Oh my God, yes, let's go fuck now."
Bro.
I mean, honestly, like a date. I mean, what we do, we're the foreplay. If we're doing our job right, when somebody leaves a comedy club, think about it. They got a little buzz on, they got a great laugh on, and now they're going to go do that.
Sure.
They're going to go get nasty, get naked.
Sure.
And we did all that. We did all that.
Sure. And that's a beautiful thing, man. Sometimes I take that for granted. Sometimes I take for granted the energy that I'm giving people at a show.
No, I was talking
And
about
that's
me.
a beautiful
I was talking about me,
thing.
not you. I was talking about me, not you. But yeah, it's more. But you know what I mean? Think about it.
All
I
right.
guarantee
This is
you.
where these black guys fuck me right now.
Yeah, you're surrounded by black dudes, man, in front and back. But it's like, listen, but it's the truth, though. Think about it. I guarantee you, more people go home and bone after a comedy club than after church. Church is supposed to be positive, but I guarantee you, more people go home and fuck after a comedy club than they do after church.
Sometimes, well, that's why funny people like us can get a lot of play a lot of the times, because sometimes getting just a girl to laugh or another person to laugh uncontrollably makes that connection even easier. You know, and the same thing with going to a comedy club. If you take a girl to a comedy club and she's laughing and you're laughing and you guys are bonding and laughing over the same thing, that's an aphrodisiac right there.
It is, and then you know you're an all right guy. I mean, you're kind of short, but still, you know, girls like, you know what? I'm gonna throw him this bone.
I make up for it elsewhere, bro. Fucking Yemeni.
Which is great.
You know, we right next to Africa, cuz.
So you trying to say you're black now? You trying to say part of you is black? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, listen, man. I did my 23andMe, and yeah, my people, my family were hoes, man. They hoes. I'm supposed to be 100% Yemeni. It's like, nah, man, I got some African in there, some Chinese. How did that fucking happen?
You got Chinese in there?
A little bit, yeah.
Really?
A little bit of Chinese, some Indonesian, and maybe Thai.
Really?
Because my family's from Yemen, but we're from this area called Hadramaut, and the Hadrami Yemenis were the adventurers of Yemen. The Hadrami Yemenis were the only Yemenis that built ships and got the fuck out of Yemen, because the part of Yemen that my people were from was a very rough, harsh, arid, dry desert area. Nothing grew. And it was hard for them to get to the more fruitful side of Yemen because there's a treacherous mountain range that separated that part of Yemen. So my people before Islam were seafarers, trading all along the Indian Ocean, living all across Asia before Islam even sprouted. And a lot of historians say that's the reason why Indonesia is the largest Muslim country in the world, is because the Yemenis were already there before Islam started, living within those communities. So that when Islam started sprouting in the Middle East, the Yemenis already acted as a conduit, passing that message along.
Look at me. Look at you learning me. Look at you learning me. You know what you look like?
But that goes to show why, even though my heritage, Hadrami Yemenis were only allowed to marry other Hadrami Yemenis. They were so proud of their culture. So for hundreds and hundreds of years, anytime a Yemeni in Asia wanted to marry another Yemeni, they could only marry another Hadrami Yemeni. So much so that my mother's family did it with my dad. When my dad asked my mom's hand in marriage in Indonesia, they sent two of her brothers back to Yemen, to the fucking village, to confirm that my dad was of that bloodline. That's how strict that tradition really, really is. And what's crazy is that means I'm supposed to be 100% Yemeni. That's how that long tradition is. And what's funny is that my mom's family sent my dad to go make sure that my dad was 100% Yemeni. And when I did my 23andMe, it turns out my dad was the one that had more Yemeni in him than my mom. My mom is 100% Saudi Arabian for some reason.
Whoa! Wow!
So it seems that maybe my mom's family was more strict with it, because if you trace the pure Yemenis, they trace back to Saudi Arabia. So it's really, really interesting that my mom's family, it seems her bloodline was very strict with that whole not fucking anybody else, but my dad's family seems to be the hoes. Because on my dad's side, I got some African in me, I got some Chinese, I'm like, whatever. So
if you passed by the village and you were hot, hey, you were gonna get it. Basically,
yeah, you was gonna get it. That was it.
Either way, your whole family's a walking security risk at the airport. All right.
Bro, I send off every biometric scanner in the goddamn world, bro. Every biometric scanner is like, Osama? What? Osama? And here's the thing. What people don't know is Osama's Yemeni.
No, are you serious?
He's Saudi Arabian in terms of that's where his family lived. Bloodline, he's Yemeni.
Whoa. Wow. So even if he did 9/11, he was Yemen if he did it. If he did it.
Well, he was still Saudi Arabian because he was a Saudi Arabian prince, but his bloodline he's Yemeni.
Wow. Look at you. Ed,
Yeah.
you're learning me, bro.
Yeah, fucking it up for the Yemenis too. I'm fucking it up for the Yemenis. Edit that out, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm
Puerto Rican today. I'm Dominican tomorrow.
Yeah. You know what you look like? Honestly, you're like the Yemenis Judd Hirsch from Taxi. That's what you look like.
What?
Yeah, you look
Man,
like
that's a dated reference. I gotta look that shit up.
You never saw Taxi?
Way back in the day, bro.
Judd Hirsch.
Way
Okay,
back-
he was in Independence Day also. Look it up. You look like the Yemen Judd Hirsch.
This piece of shit motherfucker. Wasn't he the guy who's Dear John? That was right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you look like, man. That's what you look like.
Well, if I look Jewish, then somebody give me a goddamn studio to run.
Oh boy.
Come on, man.
Now we're gonna get canceled. Oh boy. Oh
Yeah.
boy. You mentioned that. Oh,
Don't I get a bank?
man.
Oh, guys, these are jokes. If you see the video, I'm in a room full of black guys ready to pound my ass.
Yeah, of all the fucking screenshot. Why that one? Why that one?
That's stupid. I've been having writing meetings with some of my friends, and yeah, anytime I try to do something stupid with the background. I mean, do people watch the video of this?
Oh yeah, dude. The videos, yeah. This is the video.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, so yeah, this is you, bro. This is you. It's all you, bro.
No.
Yeah, this is how you're going out to the world when it comes out. Yeah. Ah, he's stuck. Are you stuck? Damn it. Hey. Okay, there you are.
Yeah.
There you are.
It's cracking.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I like that, man. That's fucking awesome, bro.
We've been having some good discussions. Before we started going to the Yemeni thing, we were talking about something else, man. I completely forgot. We were talking about religion. That's what it was.
No, you know what? I love talking about it because, I mean, honestly, it's like I question all that shit now because how you grow. But then again, no, people don't realize how it was back then. So it's in a way, it's like, okay, I'm not so mad. It's like because it was pre-internet. So, it's kind of, but I remember just being in Sunday school, and I hated going to Sunday school. I remember going, oh, fuck. I knew that on Sundays, I knew if I woke up and mom was making pancakes, I knew that meant we weren't going to Sunday school. So if she made,
oh yeah,
because pancakes take a long time to make. And I know, I go, all right, she's making pancakes. So we're not going to go to Sunday school. We're going to go to the big church if we go to church at all. Now, but if she didn't make pancakes, I go, fuck, we're going to Sunday school. So, and that was back in the day, and that was back before I even said fuck. So I was like, fuck, we're going to Sunday school, which I think is a bad way to start off going to church. And then I remember being there going, I don't, this don't make any, I remember thinking, this don't make any fucking sense. So I was like, I mean, to me, as a kid, I go, okay, this guy lived this many years old. He had this many kids, and it didn't, I was like, this don't make any fucking sense. And so I remember asking the dude, the Sunday school teacher, like, okay, how old was Jesus when he got killed? Okay, so I asked him, he goes, like you stump them, and they go, well, it's just the way it was, and like, okay, man, whatever. And I just remember, like, I never was into it. I was always going.
I was the same way, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, so you question it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, man, if you have the faith and you put it out there to the universe, I'm a firm believer, then good things happen. But at the same time, now that I get older, I kind of got to ride this Jesus thing out in a way. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, really? Now you're getting older, you're kind of like, hey, man.
No. I definitely don't want to get to the point where after everything you go, as long as the good Lord thinks, fuck. I cannot stand that shit. When somebody says that, when you're talking to them and they bring up Jesus in a way that you weren't even talking about religion, you know what I mean? Like, how are you?
Oh, I can't stand when people put everything on religion.
Yes.
I cannot stand that. We're like everything is like it's in God's hands. Hopefully in God. I'm like, a lot of those people, man, you can see that they use it. They're actually really weak. They don't really want to do anything. There's a term in Arabic, both Muslims and Christians and atheists all use it, and it's inshallah. You might have heard this before. Inshallah, which means God willing. All right.
Okay.
So, like, if you were to say, "Hey, are you gonna close on that house?" Inshallah. God willing. It's a nice thing to say. Instead of saying yes, you say God willing, right? But a lot of people use it for not a chance, motherfucker. People use it all the time for that. Like my mom. Hey, mom, are you going to watch me headline Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle? Inshallah. And then she just doesn't show up. And then you're like, you can't get this, you know what I mean?
Your own mom your own
mom. Oh yeah. It's Arabic for no. But the thing is, they're too weak to tell you, but they put it in God's hands, and you can't get mad at her because God didn't make her come.
So
it's God's fault.
So God was the reason that your mom decided to fucking do something else.
Inshallah.
Her son
I said inshallah. Yeah. Inshallah. I'll be there, inshallah. If any guy goes, inshallah, he's not coming. He's not coming.
Man, tell me you do this shit on stage, bro. Because this is golden. Nobody else does this shit. Nobody. What you talking about?
I gotta do it, man. You're right. These are things that I have kind of worked on, but you know how you do jokes where you're just doing them, then you're like, this is not gonna work.
Dude, because you know why? Because this makes you unique. I mean, the fact that now, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's another comic from Yemen that I follow also, but I mean, so you know,
who's that? Ali Sultan?
Yes.
Yeah. That's my boy, bro. He's the shit.
Okay, you know what's funny? I follow him, but I've never met him. But I follow him, and I think he's funny. And
I still haven't met him. We've talked. We chatted on the phone, on the text stuff. I'd like to do a show with him.
I was thinking about that. I go, you guys should do a show. I think that'd be great.
There's another comic. He's blowing up on TikTok. His name is Ahmed Al Qadri. He's another Yemeni comic. Really, really cute. I want to punch him in the face. He's so cute. But he's also, and I'm trying to do a tour, maybe with me, him, and Ali Sultan, and maybe do it called the Public Yemeni Tour, or call it maybe Sleeping with the Yemenis, or
nice.
Yemeni snickets or some shit.
Hey, inshallah.
No, see, exactly. We're never gonna do it, bro. We're never gonna do it.
But I think that's great, though, man, dude. That is honestly. That's because that's going to be unique.
You can't see. You got to get closer. You got to get closer because it's so quick. There you go.
Oh, there he is. Look at he look like he's dead. He looks like he's a ghost.
Look at my background. Look at my background. It's just a bunch of black dudes trying to fuck me.
Look at the ghost of Vince Morris.
Oh, they're going to.
It's the ghost of Vince Morris. Look at it.
He's so sentimental.
Yeah, bro. This orgy just got crazier.
But honestly, what you're sitting on right now, man, is unique. You're unique. That voice, that story you do with the Marine, and how it brought down the things of hate, and how it's just a bunch of bullshit. I mean, honestly, that is what makes you unique. And if you do the funny spin on religion, dude, and how you guys are basically the hoes, I mean, of Yemen. Fuck, I mean that. That is fucking great because it especially somewhere in the South, like, you're in Arkansas now, it just knocks down that stereotype. I mean,
that's what I love about comedy, bro. That's what I love about comedy. Yes. One of my favorite things about comedy is teaching people, man. And I love that you enjoy that too, man, because watching you, same fucking shit, man. You're so engaging with the audience. Same thing with Vince, man. Like I'm blown away by your guys' performances, man. And not only that, your enthusiasm for comedy is amazing, bro. Making somebody like you in a room laugh is so fucking rewarding. You know what I mean? And I've heard people say that about me because, like, when we watch comedy, we're nerds about it, and we're always still amazed about it. Kind of like a pilot who tells me anytime he flies in an airplane, he's still amazed that they're flying. You know what I mean? It's like,
it's just weird that a Muslim will mention a pilot and flying. I mean, that's not really.
Yeah, bro. You see what I'm saying? None of you guys got that but BT because he's a genius.
No, I got that like, hey, man, that is not a good, like, whoa, cut that. If I was a coach, no, don't put that in there.
Come on, bro. That's all I like to do is talk about fucking that shit, bro.
No, but I think because you know what? I still have the passion for it, man. I mean, to me, sometimes it's like you're not a job. It's like, I just fucking love doing that. I mean, honestly, it's like the song by Huey Lewis. All I need is a couple of days off, bro. I mean, if I was doing comedy, all I need is a couple of days off and I'm good. And other than that, it's going to be motorcycle racing and a racing period, and then it's comedy and entertainment.
You love motorcycle racing, bro.
Oh, that's my shit, dude. I mean, honestly, that's why it's kind of cool.
That is your thing.
It's kind of cool to have somebody. I have guests on that aren't in the motorcycle. I go, okay, it's cool. It's like, now it's good to have a guest that's in my field, in entertainment, because if it was up to me, I think 95% of the guests would be motorcycle racers or racing or in the racing community. So it's good to break.
Do you ever get a lot of racers on?
I get racers. I get the journal. The racers are hard to come by, but the journalists, I get the journalist. My buddy is at the top level of racing, so I can get him on. He's been on twice, and I had a girl on. She races.
Yeah, I saw you've been promoting him a lot. You've been very proud of him.
Dude, I mean, that's what I mean. I just fucking I love racing. I love riding motorcycles, and I love comedy. And that's my passion. Or just talking to people, period, is my passion. And sometimes going outside of my realm of talking to somebody. I'm trying to get this lady on who's this black lady out of South Central, and she's an atheist, but she also is like really into rock and roll, and she's a hardcore feminist. I think she's lesbian. So I want to get her on also and talk to her. I just want to learn. I think. To me personally, that's why.
Is she in California?
Yeah, she's in LA. She's in South Central. You know?
Is she hot?
No, but I mean, hey, I hope she doesn't see this. But yeah, I mean, yeah, but I hope she don't see it. Watch this be the one episode she watches, like 25 minutes in. Wait a minute, he said I wasn't hot, you know, and then and she'll go, "Fuck you, I saw what you said." But yeah, I don't think she's very hot. But yeah, but yeah, but I just love learning because I think one of the things I hate more than anything in life. When you talk to somebody, go, I'm getting old. I go, shut the fuck up. You're only old when you want to quit learning or you're dead. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Always learn about fucking everything. Yes. I didn't know this shit about you, and I work with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me ask you something, BT.
The only time we talked was after I think the Friday shows, the second show Friday. I think that's the only time. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like we did our shows and we're like, hey, good show, blah, and then I would bounce. And then I think after Friday, the second show, we stayed around and shot the shit. And I was like, this motherfucker's cool as fuck. Remember?
Hey, I appreciate that. No, yeah, man. That was the same thing with you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We sat around and talked, and that's why I was like, I want to learn more about this motherfucker because, I mean, you were so, cool about telling you about your culture, telling about this and that. And I just found it, in fact, I want to know, how did you get from Yemen to the United States and then have the presence of mind, I want to join the military? How did that come about?
Oh, well, okay. First off, my mom and dad were born in Indonesia. So I've already established, there's a lot of Yemenis that are born in Indonesia. Right. But then my dad married my mom, brought her to Detroit, and then, because my dad worked at Chrysler, and then, he had me and my sister, and my father was a ball buster, man. The motherfucker was a ball buster. He was just the level of fucking discipline, man. I joined the Marines to get away from him.
Wow.
I didn't join to serve our country, bro. That's why people say, thank you for serving our country. I was like, bitch, thank you for getting me away from my dad. What are you talking about? I was the only one in boot camp laughing. I was the only one. I'd always get in trouble because I would uncontrollably laugh when they punished me because I knew it was an act.
Really?
I knew. And not only that, I knew that I was always like, this is only 90 days. In my head, I was like, this is only going to go on for 90 days. Whereas there's other guys in my platoon that were trying to swim off the island. Some motherfuckers are trying to fucking commit suicide. People were crying at night for their mom. And I'm just like, bro, my dad's not here. For real. For real. So that's the real reason I joined the Marines, man. Me and my dad. My dad was just a ball buster.
In what way? Give me some examples. What do you do?
Okay, so he was a fucking good father.
Yeah.
But he was too good. He was way too much. So for example, Saturday mornings, summertime, even during school time, my dad would work the night shifts, and then he would come home 6 o'clock in the fucking morning. And on Saturday, I never really got the chance really to just enjoy Saturday morning cartoons. I never got the chance to actually really enjoy sleeping in on a Saturday because my dad would roll in the house 6:45, snatch the fucking comforter out of me, make me get up, do push-ups, squats, calisthenics, which was a good thing, you know what I mean? And, right. and then after every workout, ask me how I feel after that workout. Feel good? Yeah. Okay. What are you gonna do today? Because if you can't tell me, I'll give you something to do.
Wow. And why was that? He wanted to know the value of hard work or what?
Yeah, my dad came from really, really hard work, very, very poor family. My dad was bow-legged because he was malnourished. So my dad came from a rough background. My mom, on the other hand, very rich family, very well off. People are all big business people. My mom was the type of woman that wanted to get the family's money to influence us, but my dad wanted to raise us gutter. So my dad had money too. My dad was working at Chrysler, but he was just frugal. But he wasn't frugal because he was trying to punt. He just wanted us, and I respect him for this, because he wanted us to appreciate what's important. You know, he wasn't going to buy me Air Jordans. I was going to go to school with Payless shoe store shoes, and everyone laugh at me. He would just fuck it, deal with it. You know, if people ever tried to fight me or whatever, he would give me the green light to beat the fuck out of me. He would teach me how to fight. You know what I'm saying? His only rule was, you don't start it, you end it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
yeah,
he's old school. He's a very honorable man. You know what I mean? And not only that, he didn't want me to, be so materialistic, which was also very good. But as a kid, I couldn't really enjoy myself that much. He did take us on a lot of vacations. That's where he would put the money in. He'd show us the world. He would take us around and stuff, which was fucking awesome. Yeah. But he was a ball buster. And to the point where when I was 19, I already graduated high school. My curfew is 9 p.m.
Are you fucking serious?
That's what I'm saying. That's like the level of fucking strictness that he had. Like I didn't, like when I grew up as a kid, I remember I wasn't bonding with my fucking friends as much as I could, because as I became a teenager, I became more and more frustrated that anytime I did hang out with them, I'd have to be home before the lights on the streets would come on, right? And I'm like 16, and then anytime I would hang out with my friends, I would resent my father because they would have all these amazing stories of the night before, and the things that they did when they were hanging out at night, and the girls that they met, and the funny shit that they did, and the trouble that they almost got into with the cops. They had war stories, man, and I had none of that fucking shit because my dad so not only that, my father was not in a good relationship with my mom. My mom really wanted nothing to do with my dad. The whole marriage, they literally stuck together just for the kids. So my dad made me his buddy. Does that make sense? And not only that, my dad, meaning that I couldn't do shit. Like I always had to be around him working and doing whatever he was fucking doing. So I never really had any fucking freedom, bro. I had no freedom to like really expand my wings as a fucking man. And then like one day, man, I was going to go to prom, and my buddy wanted me to go to prom. And he's like, dude, my girlfriend has a really cute cousin. She thinks you're cute. This really hot fucking white girl named Amber from Sterling Heights, which is 20 miles away from where we were. Okay. And I was like, damn. So I guess I'm going to go to fucking prom. So I got ready to go to prom. My mom's all fucking excited. Me and my fucking Arab friend drive from our fucking Arab fucking enclave of Dearborn, Michigan. And we drive to Sterling Heights, where all these fucking shiny, sparkly white people are. And I come from a place where if I tried to fucking date an Arab girl, you would always have this anxiety of the impending danger of her brothers jumping out of a bush to beat the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying? So like in my mind, it's not really easy to freely be with women, but we go to these white neighborhood to pick up these white girls, to have them come to our Arab fucking prom. Okay. And we get there, and I swear to God, both parents were there. Parents for the one girl and both parents for the other girl were both there waiting for us, excited that these fucking greaseball Arabs are coming to take their fucking precious white girls to their Arab prom. And these white parents were just sitting there going, hey, what's up? My name is Bob, and this is Rachel. And oh my God, let's take pictures. They were so excited. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, bitch, I'm taking them to my prom. Why are you excited? You excited that I'm just going to fuck your daughter tonight? I don't get it. So like they were so relaxed about it, BT, and it blew my fucking mind. The mother was taking pictures with me, blah, blah, blah. And then we're about to go to the prom. And I remember my mom said, Michael, you bring your dates here. I want to see them. I want to meet them. I want to take picture. My mom was the very funny socialite. My dad was the fucking guy who was just like very like, you know, I always said my dad was the type of person that when he entered the room, he'd suck the color out of the room. You know what I mean? That's like the type of fucking demeanor this guy had, right? So,
yeah.
So my mom is like telling me, Michael, you bring them here. I want picture. And I'm just like, in my heart of hearts, I'm like, oh, I don't want to bring him here around my dad, man. Like if my dad wasn't here, it'd be perfect. Because my mom is, that's where I get my charisma from, my ability to socialize from my mom. My mom can make friends with the devil in a second. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Convert the devil to fucking go back to God. That's how my mom is. So we get to the fucking place in my house, and I'm fucking regretting it, BT. But my mom wanted that picture so bad, so I pulled up. We pulled up, and I'm in this. Okay, come on, we gotta take pictures. Let's get the fuck out of here. That's my mind. So we get there, get out. These beautiful girls step out of the car and everything. My mom's like, "Oh my god, hi, yeah." She's got. My sister comes out. She's all whatever, and then I'm like, "Okay. We're about to take the picture and everything." And next thing you know, we just start feeling the color disappearing.
Oh. So
okay, and my dad is on the fucking porch now, just fucking standing there, ruining the mood. Everything, even the birds flew away. They just left in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And he's just sitting there, bro, with his fucking and he goes, "Okay, everybody inside. Everybody, come. And I'm like, God damn it, what the fuck? We go into the living room. This motherfucker made a circle of chairs. And it was ghetto as fuck, too. It was mixed match chairs. He had a couple of the dining chairs. He had the sofa chair, milk crate. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he wanted to get the whole family around. We sit the whole family. We're all sitting around. I'm fucking like, this is like the worst. As soon as I saw this, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
We sit down, bro. Me, my mom, my sister, the dates, my dad, the fucking cat was there. And we're sitting there, and my dad's just sitting there quiet. He's not saying anything. Just making shit awkward. We're all sitting there waiting for something to happen. He's just staring at the girls, just staring. And then he goes, okay. He goes to my date, what is your name? And she's like, I'm Amber. Okay, Amber, yes. Where are you from? Oh, I'm from Sterling Heights. Oh, Sterling Heights. What are you going to do with my son tonight? And she just starts looking at me, and this got really fucking awkward. And my mom was the best. She's like, okay, pictures. Okay, everybody. It gets everyone to go outside. My mom is perfect. Got everyone outside. Okay, this is getting awkward. Everybody pictures. And my dad, this is when I knew I was getting the fuck out of here, bro. My dad goes, Michael, come here. Everybody goes outside. He makes me go in the bedroom, and he closes the door. Michael, what time you go home tonight? I go, it's prom. What time do you want me to go home? 10 o'clock. I'm like, it's 8 o'clock now. Fucking 10 o'clock? It's prom. I don't care. You come home 10 o'clock. I'm not coming home 10, Dad. I'm not coming home 10. Okay. What time you come home? I go, what, 2? No. 2, 11. I'm not coming 11. So we agreed on 12. We got to midnight. In my heart, I'm like, I'm not coming home, bro. I'm like, fuck you. Okay. And that I'm pissed. I couldn't believe that this is actually happening, right? Because now I'm becoming a man. This is like a little too fucking much.
That's it right there. Yeah. When the boy becomes
and then
a man.
just before I fucking go to walk out of the bedroom, he closes the door again. He goes, Michael, I have something very important to tell you. This girl here, she gonna try to have sex with you tonight. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, I hope so, motherfucker. And he goes, we are Muslim. We do not do this, okay? And I was like, yeah, okay. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I go to prom. I didn't come home for 3 days.
No.
I took Amber to Cedar Point roller coaster theme park. We fucking met her aunt in Ohio. And we fucking died like... I said, fuck you, motherfucker. I'm not coming home at 12. And if I come home at 12, I'm going to be grounded. Go fuck yourself. I'm not coming home for 3 fucking days. So and that was the beginning of me and my fucking dad really starting to fucking get to a problem, because then my dad started playing games with me. He bought me a car for graduation, and then he started using the car to keep me home. So if I didn't do what he wanted, he would take the keys with him to work, so I couldn't drive my car. So he played these little fuck games like that. And then all of a sudden I got fed up, man. And one fucking day, man, me and my dad, we got into a fucking fight, man. And I punched him in the fucking face.
Are you
because
serious?
I came home. I decked him in the face, bro. I hit him. And I remember when I fucking hit him, it was like, as soon as I hit him, I remember it was like, oh shit, I hit my dad. And it was like, I instantly just cowered and just like, covered myself because I felt bad.
Right.
And then he threw me out of the fucking house, bro. He was flipping out. He goes, you're out of this house. My sister's crying. My fucking mom was crying. The cats ran in the basement. The whole fucking house just was upheaval, bro. And my dad threw me out and he told me, he goes, if you can't follow my rules, join the Marines. Maybe you can follow their rules. And then the next fucking day, I signed up.
Wow. That is the coolest join the Marines story. Hey, beats the KKK story.
Do you know what I'm saying? So then, yeah, I joined the fucking Marines after that. And then, and to make matters worse, my buddy, who's my best friend, tried to talk me out of it. He's a very religious Egyptian guy. And after work, I was like, drive me to a payphone. And I go to the payphone and I call this recruiter and I go, hey man, I want to join the Marines. He's like, all right, come to my place. And then I go back in the car and my best friend is like, you're not joining the Marines? I go, yeah, I just called the guy. I'm going over there. I go, drive me over there. He goes, I'm not driving you to join the Marines. And then I go, okay. I got out of the car and I started walking. He's like, where you going? And I go, if you're not going, I'll go fucking walk there, bro. I need a place to live. I just got kicked out of my fucking mom's house. And then he goes, okay, fine, I'll drive you there. And he's so melodramatic Muslim, this guy. Yeah. Okay. He loves being Muslim and he loves to spin poetic about being Muslim and shit. He's one of those guys. So we're fucking driving and he goes to me, he goes, you know what, bro? God wants me to drive you to the recruiting station. This is my destiny, bro. Do you want to know why? I'm going to talk you out of it. That's why. We're going to go there and I'm going to talk you out of it. And then he signed up with me.
I fucking love it.
Yeah, we joined in the buddy system. He couldn't see his best friend leave, so he signed up with me right on the spot.
Fucking hey, bro. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, man.
So that's the reason why I joined the Marines, bro. That's why people were like, oh, thank you for serving our country. I was like, bro, trust me, I didn't do it for the country.
Hey, do me a favor. Take the glasses off. I want to see your
eyes.
Shit. Yeah, take those off.
Oh. I'm sorry, bro.
No.
I completely fucking forgot.
I wasn't. I was looking at the dilated thing the whole time. I want to see your eyes.
You make me want to
look at you. You
made me want to do that story on stage.
Dude, I mean, seriously, if you tighten that motherfucker up, that's golden. What did I tell you beforehand? I said, except for this week, you gotta be putting heat on those fucking headliners, man. I don't know who's gonna be fucking following you. Who wants to? After those fucking stories, that's some real shit. And anybody, and this is how life is that is across the board. That's just because your family ain't Muslim, they happen to be Muslim. But hey, man, I don't care who you are in society. Every guy every boy to a man has had that. Okay, I'm sick of my dad. You got to stand up to your dad. Either where, it came to physical. It just happens. That's just the way it is. That's life. And in a way, I don't know if you guys have worked it out, they kind of respect you more for it. It's like, I remember I used to respect my dad all the time, but he'd always yell at me, and I think I was a senior, and he was yelling at me about something. I go, quit fucking yelling at me. And I remember that, and yeah, and he got that real, like, that quiet, I was like, oh, here we go. And he looked at me, and I was like, oh, shit, here comes the hit. And it never came, and I go,
yes.
I think you respect. You know what I mean? It's like, I think they push you, and they think you're a boy, and then you got to, goddamn it, you got to stand up to him. And when you do it, they kind of go, okay, he's ready. You know what I mean? And now, fuck, now My God, I love talking about that. I feel like we're best. I mean, every time we talk, he tells me a different story. Like,
that's good.
I knew it was cool when we got to the point. He told me how he got laid in England, but he didn't say he got laid. He goes, I had a good time in England, and that's all he said. But you know, you read between the lines.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the great part about. Hold up, there's girls on the side. Hey, girls, how you doing, ladies? Good to see you, ladies. That's why I love this podcast. People pass by and they can hear it. It broadcasts on the outside. So people.
Where are you at?
I'm in Indianapolis, downtown Indianapolis, on the sidewalk on it's on Market Street. So literally, people are passing by and they can hear
them. I see some booties in the reflection, bro.
Hey, be careful. They're in high school, man. They're in high school. You can go to jail.
Distractions.
Hey, girls, like, hey, man, we're in Indiana. They heard that. They tell their daddy, I'm going to jail, bro. Daddy, there's this black man he talked about. Next thing you know, yeah. Come on now, you're going to jail.
They're going to deport me to a country I never was born.
Fuck. You know what I hate about this, man? It's almost fucking over. We didn't even get to the comedy part, man. Fuck, dude. I honestly, I'm telling you, man.
Got to get you on my podcast, bro.
Well, fuck yeah. I mean, at least I wouldn't do you like me.
Don't call me big time. I hate that shit, bro. I hate when people say, "Oh, you big time." It's not big time. I'm just slow, bro.
No, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. I'm big time, not you.
Oh.
I mean, no, yeah. I mean, come on now. I mean, look at me. I've still got the looks. I still got everything. Yeah. I mean, come on, bro.
BT stands for big time.
That's right, bro. I was talking about myself. I was talking about motherfuckers. And you know what I do? I get up early. I don't fucking wait till noon to do a fucking pot. Because if people don't know.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
I just want to know real quick, though, because this is one of my things that I like to enjoy understanding people and stuff. Like, what is your daily routine? You seem like a guy who has a routine. You seem like a guy who is on top of your diet. You're on top of, because I mean, as we get up in age, man, look, listen, right now I'm fucking wrecked because I had 2 cookies yesterday. Okay.
2 fucking cookies. If I was in another country hearing this, I go, yeah, we got the Americans. Yeah, send them cookies.
No. But listen, my thing is as I get older, I'm starting to realize certain things that I eat really affect my energy, man.
Yes. No, you're right.
And when I say 2 cookies, like you're like, ha, but I'm talking about drinking a little bit, eating like shit. I ate like shit yesterday. I didn't eat clean like I normally do. Normally I eat meats, fruits, vegetables, and that's when I'm looking good, feeling good. People think I'm fucking, 10 years younger or whatever.
No,
but today I'm feeling it. So my question to you is, what is your morning routine? Do you have one? What's your evening routine? Do you have one?
What I do is I try to wake up anywhere between 6:45 and 7:15 every morning, and then I go down and I unthaw my fruit to get it ready for my smoothie. Okay, so then I always have either pineapple water or coconut water for my smoothie, and I put fruits in it, and I might put some moringa or green tea, or I put that apple vinegar, throw a little teaspoon of that in there.
Apple cider vinegar,
and I
for the hard-ons.
Yeah, then I put some chia seeds, some flaxseed, whatever, and whatever. But it's definitely always a smoothie. It always starts off with a smoothie. Started with smoothie, maybe read a chapter of a positive book I'm reading. Well, now it's Project.
Oh, really? You'll take a chapter in the morning?
Yeah, like a Project 369 is a great one. You read that, it gets me on a positive note, write my goals down, and then I go do about at least anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes of yoga, and then if it's a bad day, I'll go to the gym. But anything warmer than 30. I'll go ride my bicycle because I love a long bicycle rides. I love cycling. So I go cycle. Then I come back. And then I'll take a cold shower. I've not taken a hot shower in 2 years. So I take a cold shower. I've been taking cold showers for over 2 years now. Take a cold shower. And then that's when the day pretty much begins, man. And then, whatever is whatever. But yeah, then I try to, if I get.
How long is that routine? About an hour and a half, 2 hours?
Well, I mean, the cycling might be, that's at least going to be 2 hours on the bicycle, at least outside.
The cycling is 2 hours?
Yeah, at least. If I'm outside riding, yeah, I love the cycle. I love cycling.
Fuck, man, by the time your morning routine is done, it's the afternoon.
Yeah, it's about noon. Yeah, because I like to get out around once a month. If I get on a bicycle outside, it's going to be at least 10 o'clock. So I'll probably come back around 12:30. And it's a long cycle, maybe 1, to take a shower, then lunch. And then after that, on Monday and Wednesdays, I go to acting class in Louisville, Kentucky, which is 2 hours away. So I got to leave around 4:30 to get there for acting class, and then come back. So I'm home by 11, and then I try to get some writing in, or definitely some reading or whatever, work on something. So yeah, that's pretty much my routine. And then when I do it,
what time do you go to bed?
Anywhere between 2 and 3. I try to go.
And then you wake up at 6:45?
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck everything about you and your fucking tight face. How does your face not sag with only 3 hours of sleep, you piece of shit? I looked at 2 cookies yesterday and I'm fucking wrecked.
How old are you, by the way? How old are you?
46.
Oh my God, you look horrible. No, I'm just
We're done now.
It's fucking with you, man. No, honestly, you know what it is?
I do look like shit today. I'm puffy as fuck right now.
Hey, you know what you do, honestly? Try to drink at least a gallon of water every other day or every 2 days.
I do. I try.
Drink your water. Hey, man, just drink your water. Get some exercise and get a nice sweat in every day. Try to get every day.
I do that. I do all that stuff. Listen, man, if I'm on top of my shit, my health specifically, the food that I eat, I'm running on all cylinders.
Well,
man.
I'm also plant-based. I think it helps too.
Oh, really?
I don't,
so when you say plant-based, does that mean you also eat eggs?
Yeah, because I'm not vegan. I'm not vegan.
Or you're not vegetarian.
I'm vegetarian, but I'll eat eggs every now and then. I won't make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like, those people that are born again Christians.
You're not militant.
Yeah, I'm not militant about it. Like, what is that feta off my salad? I'm like, I'll take it. I won't bitch about it. But yeah,
I feel you.
I try to go.
I feel you.
Yeah, I try to keep it as halfway strict as possible. You know what I mean?
And you're saying that has contributed to your energy?
Man, honestly, man, it's just like I said, man. I'm just wanting to do this. Just fucking gets high on life, bro. If I get to get a good bicycle ride in and put my music in my fucking headphones and I'm riding, dude, and go out in the country and hope, I don't get one of those dudes that has KKK tattooed on his arm and runs up into a ditch. If
you find him, tell him Eshaq's looking for him.
Yeah, if I'm able to survive. But yeah, I mean, only a couple times is that like somebody said something. Well, I mean, which is good. I've been riding the country in Indiana for I don't know how many years. Only a couple times I think somebody said something. I think because I got the music in, so I don't really know. So yeah, it's good. But man, that's just my routine, dude. I just, and I think loving what you do. I mean, honestly, I think loving what you do in every aspect of life has to help. You know what I mean?
100%.
If you wake up and go, instead of going, I'm going to my job, you wake up going, hey, man, I get to talk to Eshaq today. I get to shoot the shit with Eshaq. Or I get a guest. Oh, I can't wait to ask him about this. Or, I'm going to work out. Oh, I get to ride the bicycle today. Or I can do this. It's not like, fuck, I got to go to this goddamn job.
Dude, your energy is infectious, man.
So, yeah.
That's one thing that I remember working with you, bro, is like your energy always, dude, you are always at a 10.5, man, and it's amazing. And it's like it's not even too much. Some people you say they got that energy at 10.5, but your shit is just like, I don't know, man. So like when I see people like you, I always want to see like, what is your routine? What are you doing to get your head in the right space? What are you eating? Because a lot of those things affect us, man.
Everything.
If you ate what I ate yesterday, you would be looking like shit today. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's a true story. I think I had a donut the other day, and I hardly ever eat donuts, but my roommate got them for her son, and he didn't like them, so she go, hey, got donuts. And I go, ugh, this shit is fucking nasty. So I was like, they're just going to sit there because I can't eat that shit.
You didn't eat them?
No, I can't eat that shit, man. I can't eat that shit anymore. I mean, seriously, like donuts, blech, I can't. Try to keep it pure, bro. Try to keep it pure. Because one of these days, I'm gonna be in a movie, bro, and I want to look good. And they'll go, what's your secret? Bro. And I'll tell them my secret, bro. Yeah,
I'm on station 19, bro.
I was gonna get to that before we got it. Yes, honestly, and it's great because you were on station 19 when you got your role. I was up for a role in Chicago Fire. I didn't get it, but you got yours, and I'm so fucking happy for you. So congratulations on that, man. I mean, damn it, we gotta fucking wrap up. But we didn't even get the stuff I wanted to even talk to. That's how good this fucking episode was, man. I mean,
this was fun, man. I'm glad of this because I gotta listen to the audio on this because I'm gonna see if I can try to listen to those stories and see if I can work it in my
motherfucker. I mean, honestly, this was fucking gold. Was it not gold, Wyatt, or was it not gold? Hold on. This is my producer. What?
No, it was a really good podcast. But I think the prom story, I think you could like stretch that out. And there's a couple parts in there, like when your mom says picture, when your friend says when you say your friend signed up with you, like those are like all like one-liners that you can hit. I think that prom story, you could definitely take that to a stage, I think.
When did you become
some people say the prom stories.
Hold on. When did you become a comedy manager? Why?
Ever since I've been around you for 2 years, and everything is about like, I mean, I've been around you for a while and Ben and all these people, so I watch comedy. I kind of
This dude is the coolest motherfucker, man. 2 years ago, I came in for a podcast, and we kind of got to talking. I said, okay, fuck it, yeah. And this was before the pandemic, obviously. Kid was 19 when I met him, but I knew he had something. And now, 2 years later, I listened to him because he's younger, so I listened to that, And now, look where we are. But this motherfucker has never heard of Pearl Jam. He's a white kid, 20, ain't never heard of Pearl Jam. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Pearl Jam was the band that crossed me over into like listening to rock, and that was the band. That was the band that got me to go from Public Enemy to okay, maybe I'll hang out with the Burnouts and smoke cigarettes.
they were your Jackie Robinson. They were your Jackie Robinson.
Sure, yeah. Pearl Jam's amazing.
And I'm his branch Ricky because I told him about Pearl Jam and just a Seattle sound with sound. To me, Soundgarden was the best band of all of them motherfuckers. Soundgarden,
Alice in Chains.
Dude, Soundgarden and Alice in Chains are the best rock and roll bands out of Seattle. And
yes.
And that's including Queensryche, who was great, and Screaming Trees. I think it's from that area. You know Screaming Trees?
No.
I hate when black dudes know more about rock and roll than fucking anybody. Anyway,
yeah.
But
it's a sting.
Alice in Chains and fucking Soundgarden, dude. I like.
White, have you ever listened to Alice in Chains?
Never even heard of them.
See what I mean?
Man, do you like rock?
I'm not sure.
You don't listen.
How are you not sure that you like rock? Who says that? Do you like rock?
You're not white anymore, bro. How are we whiter than you?
Yeah,
I think I do. Like, if you give me probably a mainstream rock song, I probably like it. I just don't even know. I don't even know.
I love Alice in Chains because Alice in Chains to me is the perfect mixture of classic rock, alternative rock, and a little bit of country. It's weird.
I'll listen to it.
Now, where'd you get the country part at? Because I agree with you until you said that part.
Because they listen to them like. Can I play music on here?
No, copyright.
So like Heaven Beside You.
Yes, I like. Okay.
Heaven Beside You almost kind of sounds like it's kind of almost country,
but
man.
Tell me,
especially the way
the first three chords of "Stay Away."
Stay Away is one of the same thing.
Oh my dude. I
was just listening to that. That's like on my liked list. It's on the top of my liked list.
That song, well, if it comes on and you're in the car, I don't care who, your mom can be in the car and go, shut the fuck up, mom. That's how good that song. Mom,
Wyatt, listen to Alice in Chains, Stay Away. That's a real good one. No Excuses.
No,
but
I got you.
Hey, but no. The first part of Angry Chair. Boom, 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 boom.
Yes,
sitting in an angry chair.
Yes, and not only that, like it's almost like that's where rock and Middle Eastern music meets too, because he's got that. I'm like, am I at the mosque right now, bro? What the fuck's happening?
Dude, Facelift. Motherfucker. People talk about the first album from Van Halen and Alice and Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction, but I will put Facelift against any of those. As far as debut albums, motherfucker.
Very good, man. Facelift was great.
Man in the Box, Sea of Sorrow.
Was Rooster was in Jar of Flies, I think, right?
I think no, Rooster was on with the same one with the Angry Chair and Rain. Rain, Angry Chair, Rooster.
And Wyatt, when you listen to these people, when you listen to Alice in Chains, this is the thing that I love about Alice in Chains is this. It's the only band I know where every instrument and every vocal, they allow each other to flex. Mm-hmm. Meaning you listen to a lot of rock songs where the music melds in together. Mm-hmm. Alice in Chains doesn't do that. The drummer will have a beat where he just hits one thing off beat, so you know he's there.
Oh, I understand.
The bassist will find a way to, like, in the middle of a lull to whatever, and it just everybody in that band flexes in a way where you can know that they're there, and they do it so well, man. Dude, I love Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains, bro. The moment I saw that video, Man in the Box, I go, who are these motherfuckers?
Yeah,
seriously.
The man in the box.
Yeah, sitting in my shit. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. But such good shit, man.
Especially Rooster. I mean,
Yes.
just that beginning of Rooster and how
Yes.
wow, 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 wow.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you feel the heroin needle going in your arm on that album with Angry
Bro.
Chair. You feel like, oh man,
Yeah.
fuck, bro. You feel it. You
Yeah.
feel, they made you feel. I mean, usually blues and country make you feel, but they made you feel that heroin needle going in your arm, bro.
There was pain. There's pain in their music. And one thing that I liked about it is they go from, in every song, they go from melodic to eerie.
Yes.
To melodic to eerie. They always do that. They'll go into this ballad where they're like, oh, it's so melodic, and they come together, and then they start singing, and then they play a little off key, and then the musician plays off tempo, and then it feels like, whoa, now they got you off your balance, and then they're back into fucking being melodic. I just, that's one of my favorite bands of the 90s.
It reminds me of the song "Beautiful Ones" by Prince. It was so beautiful, and then he goes, remember that? And then when he goes, and it goes,
yes,
and that's when the relationship goes bad. And that was a brilliant song by Prince. I think it's maybe his best song by Prince. Man, we could.
You know what's the beautiful? You know what's the beautiful thing about all of this? I know we can nerd out about this forever, but that thing that we're talking about is the core of comedy. It's just misdirection. They're doing it. Our brains are in tune to really latch on to something that misdirects us. We love that. That's why when Sting would do that in a lot of his fucking music, where he would sing melodically and then the beat would still go on a whatever E, and then he would sing in a different key, and then you're just like, oh, and then he only does it one time out of 3, and you're like, oh, do it again, bro, bring that misdirection back. But then he doesn't do it the next time, but then he does it one more time. You're like, there it is again. That's comedy. Comedy's about that misdirection.
God damn it, man. We could talk all day. Man, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. What a damn episode. Mike, we fucking killed it, bro. We fucking
killed it, bro.
No, you did. You and the fucking being a cuckold here with the guys in the background. I thought it was great with
what? I didn't know these guys were here, huh?
with the Mandingo boys. I think that's great. Hey, tell the people where they can find you at. Tell the people where they can find you at.
Guys, everything, you can find me at Mike from Detroit. One word, Mike from Detroit. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pornhub. Find me. I'm there. I have a podcast that I do live every Wednesday Pacific, 2 p.m. I go live. And you can watch that live at publicyemeni.com. And the podcast is called Public Yemeni #1 with Mike Eshaq. The audio can be found wherever you get your podcasts. I don't know when this drops, but episode 16 of this season of Station 19, I'll be playing Captain Khalidi. You watch it. It's the only reason I shave my stupid beard. Follow me on everything, because I'll be coming to your town. Also, really quick, can I throw this out there?
Of course.
Text this number if you guys want to be a part of my email list. 206-207-5422. Text Mike to that number, 206-207-5422. It'll ask you 3 questions: your name, your zip code, and your email. That way, if I come into your town, I'll let you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure having my buddy Mike Eshaq. This guy, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, you will have a comedy special in less than 5 years. I mean, a comedy special. I mean, where everybody's going to know it, and it's going to be great. It's going to be unique. I knew from the moment he stepped on stage, because this guy right here has got it. Mike Eshaq, thank you so much for joining us on Tales from a Gemini. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate that. And like I say about this time, you know the word, pay.